Hi, it's Rob here again, and I've got a rather strange little project to show you now. That's this thing. See these? These are 6 acrylic tubes all stuck together at the end on this round acrylic plate. Can you see that? Let's zoom in a bit. And the idea of this is, what we're going to be able to do is use this as a speed loader for the Marlin lever gun with a tube magazine. So each one of these 6 tubes you can see here has at one end is closed, that's this end, and the other end is open. So with a selector disc like this, we're going to be able to turn this round. You see this? It's got one little hole in it. We're going to be able to turn this round and select one of these tubes to empty into the Marlin. So that's where we are right now. The assemblies have been glued. That's the one with the 6 tubes and the 2 circular plates. That's this one here. And this here is a tube with which will have 2 plates on it. I can just lift it up like this. You can see there's a tube and a plate at the end. The other plate will be glued on, and that will be this one. So you can imagine this goes right through the middle of these. That's the intention. So, but I have to wait until the glue is a bit drier, and that will be probably another day, I would guess. But that's the idea, a quick loader for the Marlin, and we'll see if it's any use. I didn't want to buy one. In fact, probably it's quite difficult here in Switzerland to buy one. There is, I think there's one in the States, they call it the Speedloader, but I wanted to make one, so I've chosen clear acrylic. This is the first time I've ever tried doing anything with acrylic. It's a bit of a challenge because I don't have any really special tools, just the usual household stuff. But I must say that I had some of the work done by a little engineering company not far from here, because they can polish the edges. And even though I could have cut a disc like this myself, I couldn't have polished the edges. I don't know if you can see that. Let's come in. So looks rather nice, I think, there with polished edges. The green tint will go away once I've removed the protective film backing, and it makes a rather curious object. Maybe more a talking point at the range than actually something useful, but we'll see. So there you go. Okay, this has been Rob. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this. It's not quite finished yet. I'm going to show you the rest when I come to put it together. Okay, so see you later. Hi, it's Rob. I'm back, and the glue has been drying, so I thought we could have a better look at what's been going on here. As you saw earlier, this is a set of 6 tubes, as you can see, and the circular end at this end is drilled with 6 holes, and at the other end it's merely got 1 hole in the middle, because we're going to put something through there. So this is, let's take this rubber band and stuff off, and with this now we're going to be able to put the remaining component, which is the tube with the base, through here. Let's see, let's get it right. So that's this one through this end. Can you see that? I'm putting this one, which has a disc on the end and a hole in the middle. This is a tube here, and we push it all the way through. There we go. And according to my calculations, it's sticking out 2 millimeters up here. This is the end with the hole in the middle plus the 6 round the outside. Let's have a look at that. And what we're going to do here is have a disc with a single hole. There we get the light reflection on it. There you can see 6 holes plus 1 in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is to stick this one on the top of the central tube. And this one, I don't know if you can see that, has a single hole cut into it. And we can turn this, and this is the selector, which of the 6 tubes we're going to empty. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Now I thought I would show you, these are hollow tubes, as you expect, and I'm now able to take a 22 LR, this is a CCI mini mag, and put it inside the tube. And of course now I can't see anything, so I'm going to zoom out and show you how I top this up. So let's find out which one. This one, the top one. So here they are, sliding down the first tube of 6, and in this I've made it so that 11 shots, or 11 cartridges can fit in here. So there we've got 10, because that's 2 rows from the CCI box, and the 11th is here. So I can zoom in on that, and you can see exactly what that looks like. In fact, what I will do is I'll put it where it's lit and get my huge paws out of the way, and then you can see the effect of this. There we go. So you can see these CCI mini mags are inside this contraption, which I've made out of acrylic, and it's going to hold 6 times 11 shots for the Marlin lever gun, because that's what the magazine holds. And because we've got a hole in the middle, I thought, why waste that? We're going to be able to put another set of 22 LR in that one, but we'll have them going the other way, so that this hole is the way that we empty it. Sorry, telling you lies here. This hole is going to be the way that we empty it. Okay, there you see we've got one full here, and this here is effectively blanking off, and this is the hole through which they will come. Okay, so there you go. That's these mini mags all inside one of the 6 outer tubes, and there's a 7th inner tube, or central tube I should say, right in the middle of this contraption. So this is my Speedloader. Not quite finished, as you can see, because I need to glue this on here. As a selector knob for the 6 tubes. And that's going to be the way that I tip this up and we can tip them into here and you'll be able to see, hopefully, that they do indeed come out. And the idea is these will go straight into the tube magazine of the Marlin. Just checking that I got it the right way up. There we go. There we go. So okay, so I'm just showing you a little bit closer a close-up of the Speedloader, and here we can see that this set of 6 tubes, they are indeed full of these mini-mags 22LR and the way to use it is to upend it and turn the selector to the tube that you want to empty and tip that into the magazine of the lever gun that you're using. So that's the idea behind it, and it's been quite a fun little project. My first time ever with acrylic, and it's quite fiddly, I can assure you, to get the glue to work correctly. It's extremely runny. It's has a consistency of petrol in English, or gasoline in US. It's extremely not even watery, it's more fluid than watery. It has a very, very good wetting capability, and that's indeed the way to use it. You use capillary action between the surfaces to be joined, just to get the right amount of glue in there. Okay, so it's been a quick look at my not quite finished Speedloader for a tube magazine lever gun. There we go. Okay, so now I've put a little bit of glue on the lower disc, and I've placed the top cylinder on the lower disc such that it touches the glue. And now I think we have to wait some hours until the glue dries, and I'm hoping that the glue will not touch the disc above the lowest one, and therefore will allow the central cylinder to rotate with the other outermost disc. This is if this doesn't work, I'm stuffed, because this is the whole idea of the tool here, of this quick loader, that I can rotate the disc, the lowest one, which is now being glued onto the central cylinder, and the selector hole will come opposite one of the 6 outer tubes, so I can select it and use that for loading the magazine, the tube magazine. So we'll see if this does indeed happen. I'll come back later. Talk to you later. I am back. The gluing is finished, so as you can see, here we have a cylinder which is full of 22 LR, and just focus on this for a minute. There you go. and you can see how many rounds are in here. 6 times 11 as it turns out, which is 66. And as you can see, I have one end which is now nicely glued on here and has a little hole in it. And because the hole is so turned that it's between 2 tubes, nothing will come out. So there you go. And this is now my homemade acrylic Speedloader for the Marlin with the tube magazine. So let's just zoom out a bit. So that's the business end, as it were, and what you can maybe see is that I can turn that. Let's see, there we go, there you can see the hole, and I'm turning it until the rounds appear. There we go. And if we're lucky and have aligned it correctly, then the rounds will come out. Let's try that again. If we're lucky and we aligned it correctly, the rounds will come out. There you go. See? So that will all empty. That will all empty into the. I don't know if you can see that. Will empty into the Marlin, and here we are. We can fill this thing up again. I'm always a bit nervous about letting these things fall on the base, so I will slant it so there's not quite as much force when they actually go in. So I can show you that in a minute. And we're loading it up again. Yes, you can see that. There we go. That's 11. And if I tip it up, of course, they all come. Trust me, if I tip it up, they all come. There we go. Out. Maybe, I think I've got it slightly. Yeah, it's empty. Slightly misaligned, so trust me, there are something like 11 22LR in my hand now. So we're back, and I hope you found that interesting. This is an acrylic tube holding 66 22LR for a tube magazine rifle, and as I mentioned, just by rotating the selector here, so we can empty any one of these 6 tubes, and hope you found that interesting. So as usual, if you liked it, if you'd like to see more of this kind of inventive stuff and firearms related stuff, then subscribe, and I'll try and bring you more. So, till next time, thanks very much and stay safe.